Let's see what happens. And the bishop would be pointless. There, Hazmat. Sure, sure. There, Sera comes up. They redrew the Shang-Chi. My Hazmat pings them. The Typhoid Mary. We get the Nova, we get the Vibranium. And then we clap them. It's gonna be enough. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be enough. We hit the mirror match. People are being drawn to this Toxic Sera list, and I don't blame them. It is incredibly fun to play with. Welcome my friends back to Marvel Snap. We have an exciting twist on this Sera control list, this time with 100% more toxicity. We are bringing in the Hazmat Luke Cage package, allowing us to also run Typhoid Mary alongside the list. The more standard version of Sera control is looking to be able to set up a rescue, which is not as big as Typhoid Mary, and also telegraphs where your next play is going to be. And because we are running the Enchantress anyway, we have multiple avenues to make sure that Typhoid Mary is a safe play for us to be able to make. And this deck just packs a little bit more punch, is a little bit more combo reliant on being able to fit Luke Cage alongside Hazmat, and then the Luke Cage to access the really high value pieces in the Lizard and the Typhoid Mary, but I love how it ultimately comes together. And there's a very easy alteration if you're looking to make the deck even more free to play. You don't have to have Zabu. Zabu is useful as you look down the string of how many 4 costs we have, but you can very happily run Scarlet Witch, an old Sera control classic, who's going to be able to earn you a lot of cubes in that location fixing kind of position, and that deck has been doing very well for me over on the free-to-play account. This is the full tricked out version, but it is still very budget friendly. The only premium card is the Zabu, and everything else comes together quite nicely. Now, some people have moved away from the Bishop to be able to go toward Max. Max is going to be more reliable punching down the 7 points at the end of the game. The Bishop is better to set up on curve because then you're not giving the opponent the draw, and you should be able to reliably scale up the Bishop with how much of your hand you're able to drop to the board with the assistance of the Sera. Diving in to be able to get our showcase, we have the deck list up above. There's so much flexibility in what Sera control can be. So I'd love to hear down in the comments below what kind of tricks you guys have been using to optimize your lists. Man, losing the Nick Cage or the Luke Cage there really hurts. Versus the Typhoid Mary, Lizard in hand. We'll set up Zabu. Grab the extra 5 from Nidavellir as well. They go Bucky, so they are full destruction. Yondu does trigger the death wave warning signs. Strange Academy. Things will get shuffled around. There's my Bishop. With this setup, I think Bishop can go. I think he's going to have legs. Mirror Dimension could become Nidavellir, but it could also become a Strange Academy. I really don't like the shuffle and shuffle back. Yeah, maybe Bishop. If he gets stuck in the stack of what's getting shuffled, it's fine. Cloak, eh? Cloak. Cloak tells me you're actually more mid-range than Destruction. Mid-range versus Death Wave. I'm going to hold the Shang-Chi. With the Sera, he's just going to be a 2 cost. So I might as well wait for a little bit more efficiency there. We'll let the Nova go wherever. And I'll drop the Lizard here. What do you want to set up? You can play Killmonger anytime, I don't mind. You're going to get the full stack. Venom? Oh. Oh my gosh, with 2 Nidavellirs, they are a Venom deck? That's why you are running. It makes sense. It makes sense that why they're running the Cloak. Initially, I was confused. What do? I really want to set up Sera, but also just killing these cards is the GG. Right? Like, how do you come back from this? You don't. If you're trying to do Zola, now obviously they can still do a big Taskmaster. But I'm knocking over the Winter Soldier and the Venom. I mean, you gotta go for it, right? And now because they're playing cards, they're showing that they're actually not Taskmaster. What is this? It's just a blank, it's a Tempo Carnage into a Wave. Well, a lot of cards have been destroyed, but you just don't have a standing anywhere on the board. That would be a slight problem that I would see for my opponent. There's Hazmat. Oh, we had so much synergy with Luke Cage if only he had stuck around. Typhoid Mary plus Enchantress is really good. Is there any world where they still beat us because of the Navalier buffs? They can go death. There were 6 destroy total cards, so death is free, She-Hulk is on the board, and then Arrow can also reposition our pieces. Yep. That seems problematic. Anyway, Death Wave always has a way in. They got the 2 cards, so they didn't quite hit the high roll. Alright, we turn off the Typhoid Mary. Galactus? What is this deck? And why did you take this snap? You played a card over there, we're not even gonna see it flip? It was just, you thought that there was a 4-cube wager that I was not playing anything to Strange Academy, eh? Incredible. Victory. Is there? No, I'm wondering, chat. And it's the scariest thing that I've ever conceived of. Can you play Arrow and Galactus on the same turn 6 play? Oh no, it's possible. You play an energy cheat to set up Sera on 4, and then you wave on 5. It's stupid, okay? You energy cheat Sera, you wave on 5, and then you have 2 3-cost cards in the Arrow to move everybody away from the empty location, and you could Galactus. Anyway, we win. Killmonger, Hazmat, Enchantress. This could be a situation for another destruction. What is happening? Why is everybody so high on destruction all of a sudden? Undo Vibranium Mines. What I was gonna say, that it could be a time for a tempo Hazmat play. She's not bad as a tempo play, especially when the opponent flips first. So if we had played Hazmat there, she would have been a 2-cost 4 power. That's fine. That's completely acceptable to me for what I want out of a 2-cost. But now we're on a different path. If I Zabu here, then I could play the Enchantress next turn to turn off both of our Zabus, but also my Lizard. I could Elkin Killmonger later to be able to ping their Yondu. The Hazmat, of course, is also still on the table, but I could also play her over here to shuffle for something a little bit more meaningful. I think I will play my Zabu, and we'll see what happens. This could be a 4-cost for them. This is just the Goblin. Well, that makes my Hazmat significantly worse. What else do I want? I mean, it could be the Enchantress. Take out the Zabu. I mean, I see a world where they fill it here. They did. So we get the buff on the Lizard. Oh, and we disable their Luke Cage. Huge. But we also clip their Lizard. It's the same list. Please, I need Nova now to be able to reclaim my losses at the kill. No, wait. Yes, they get the buff. It's a dead tie because I kill their Yondu later on. I got my Nova. That's insane. I think it's just set up Sera. What could we draw that we really like? Blank Shang-Chi for the cycle into debris. But if you Hazmat, you will get the Vibranium. Not what I wanted. Not quite what I wanted. They do flip first, though. So I could Hazmat here. I need to set up the Nova. And then, I mean, honestly, I want the Vibranium to stick. It has a higher stat line than the Killmonger. He was still teching out that Vibranium suit. Now just the hunk of ore is stronger than he was able to be. We'll kill the Yondu. We'll kill the rocks. We'll kill the Nova. We'll buff our block. We'll be able to win at Kiln. And we would love to see Luke Cage cycle up. Yeah. The Typhoid Mary would be a bit of a slap in the face. The Luke Cage would be great. Let's see what happens. And the Bishop would be pointless. Their Hazmat. Sure. Their Sera comes up. They redrew the Shang-Chi. My Hazmat pings them. The Typhoid Mary. We get the Nova, we get the Vibranium, and then we clap them. It's gonna be enough. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be enough. We hit the mirror match. People are being drawn to this Toxic Sera list, and I don't blame them. It is incredibly fun to play with. I got the extra Vibranium. Sera, Bishop, Zabu. Now this was Elysium. I was gonna say, this is an opening hand. We play the Zabu. Of course, we hold the Nova to be able to buff the Bishop with the additional tick. I love my Bishop. A bit of a channel staple here. And then the Shang-Chi across from Mer Island is fantastic as well. I'll just hold Nova for a little bit more flexibility later. Waiting for the Killmonger. I suppose you could play it straight away to Mer Island to absorb the buffs. Anticipating the lack of a Killmonger. If we don't draw him here, we're going to play him. Luke Cage. Okay. I said I was going to play you. I will play my Cage as well. I get to set up Sera. I'm going to be able to play everything they have so cheap. Wave. Okay, guys, if you're going to play Wave, I highly recommend that you at least posture like you could be Galactus. It's something that a lot of ramp players, if they don't own Galactus, don't know. But it's terrifying to sit across from a person who's played Wave, because it's always the potential of it being Galactus. So you should have played Wave to Mer Island. And I'll just play the Sera here. And then we can play Killmonger, Shang-Chi next turn. Shang-Chi mops up whatever big card they drop. Killmonger pings the huge Sunspot, the Ebony Maw. Honestly, that would snap. I feel like we have this well in hand. Well in hand. Here it comes. The Magneto. Is not able to reposition anything. Ooh. Did we call it or did we call it? And the Mysterio. I probably let them have the Mysterio, or do I play it to buff my Bishop? Not sure. I'll play the Killmonger over here. Well, I would want to decide right now. Sure. My Mysterio. Play the Killmonger. Buff everything. We'll have 2 board spaces left and right. We will be receiving... well, who knows? But with the ramp, we're probably going to receive a nice fistful of cards. And with the Sera discount, maybe we can even combo 2 big finisher cards together. Drop them all. Dr. Doom. You knew that was coming. That is Ramp's best card. Easy. Far and away their best card. Play the Mysterio. We're holding well in the center. Maybe too well. Maybe we should have repositioned where the real Mysterio was. I just wanted to put as much punch there as possible because that was the location we were not going to be able to follow. Well, actually, we could follow. I take it all back. We could follow up because we were killing the Nova, and they don't want to even trade hands. We had them at every turn. That's what Sera control feels like. Okay, because I played Shang-Chi so much, we hit our quota of destroying cards. Mystery variant. Oh, Venomized Craven. You are my new favorite. Claim me, claim me. All right, I think we're good for one more here. We've been recording straight through. Doesn't always happen as we're looking to be able to showcase our decks. But there we go. Sunspot drops. Would love to see the Killmonger come around. We have answers for effectively every single matchup. The Sera gets a little bit, the Shuri gets a little bit tenuous. Because Shuri is going to be, if they are properly protecting their cards with the armor and the Cosmo, then any deck is going to struggle significantly to fight Shuri, but especially us. That we have the Shang-Chi as the answer, but that's it. I will develop Bishop. I'm holding Sera, but I want some control pieces. So if you're still searching for something, then you stay away from Vibranium Mines. But if you have roughly the cards in hand that you like, there we go, playing Wave to Washington, D.C. It's a good posture of potentially being Galactus. We draw the Killmonger. Okay. With a Killmonger, I'm pretty happy. That would obviously like to have Luke Cage as well to open up the Typhoid Mary, but we'll drop the Sera to the Vibranium Mines. Magneto. Okay, now we need the Shang-Chi. Though it will get shuffled away. We'll see where this develops. I love getting Sera early. Oh, we still drew it in spite of the vibranium. Never punish, never punish. Gosh. Yeah, let's kill it now. Obviously. And then set Nova, Snap, play Mysterio. I want the illusion over here at Washington. I'll play the big boy to Vibranium Mines. Let's draw some Vibranium. Sandman. Okay. Well, now our final play is just going to be the Killmonger. Happy that we deployed our whole hand when we did that. Quite happy about that. Once Strange Academy clears, we're in a bit of a tough spot. Because they're going to be able to play a much larger card. They should be able to play a much larger card than us to Strange Academy itself. But are we ahead everywhere else? Yes. Are we ahead by enough? If they were to play, the kicker is it's always going to be the Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom would win Strange Academy. He would drop down here, and it might look like he's winning, but actually the real Mysterio protects us, so we win here, and we win Washington, D.C., even though his Doombot gets the buff up to 8 to 14. The Killmonger's killing the Sunspot as well, popping the Nova, distributing the buffs, scaling the Bishop. Not scared. Lan, do you believe me? Yes, they knew it. Victory. Man, we got it. It's smooth sailing. Smooth sailing. So here is the deck in all of its glory. So much fun to revisit what Sera Control can do with the incredible package of the Hazmat Luke Cage, with Luke Cage dropping down in series. It's been so much fun just to play around with him because I think that he is a solid plug and play to cost. Able to punch through Jotunheim, any of the locations that are debuffing your cards, be able to shrug off the effects of Scorpion, who it does still kind of exist in the meta, though not nearly as popular as he used to be, but then also opening up the high efficiency plays of the Lizard, of the Typhoid Mary, and the recently buffed Hazmat as well. Slots in so well for this list. Incredibly fun. If you guys give this one a try, then I hope it earns you many cubes on your climb up to infinite. Till next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.